So that's a Stephen move. When Harriet Tubman never actually freed the slaves. She just had the slaves go work for other white people.
Y'all, we leaving right now.
So before the video starts, Kanye West, if you are watching this video right now, which is very unlikely, you're never going to watch this video. Anyways, please get off social media, focus on your family, and just try to seek some help, you know, like either it's therapy or just something for the mental health, because mental health is very, very important. And if your mental health is not right, your life isn't right. So please just get off social media. Just don't post anything. Just get off it. Go on a social media detox and focus on you. Don't forget, Kanye, stay authentic. Peace. All right. Welcome to another video. This is going to be a little bit different. I thought I should switch it up. And this is actually something that I find that's really important in today's society. And we're talking about this man, if you guys can see in the video, Kanye West. Now, honestly, between us, I'm not a huge like Kanye stan. When it comes to like celebrities, I don't really care about it. Like, it's not really my business. I see them as human beings. You know, obviously they're doing really well in their field, so that is obviously a thing. But I found this topic to be really interesting because it goes beyond just celebrities. It's more of, I would say, a human thing. So as humans, that we should really address these issues and we should have a discussion about it. So let me just start off. So you guys all know Kanye. I'm not gonna go through who Kanye is and this and that, but basically what went on was, I believe it was July 4th, he declared that he wanted to become the president of the United States of America. Yes, the United States of America. Yeah, so he wanted to become the president of the United States of America. Anyways, so basically, he declared it. He said, you know what, I'm going to be president. I'm going to try to be president. And then he said he's going to run the 2020 election. And I think there's like some places where he can't even run anymore. So obviously he's not going to win. But it just became a huge discussion. There were a lot of people that were like, what is this guy talking about? Like, what is he doing? Like, this is all of a sudden. But then there's a lot of people who are like, yeah, you know, this guy can actually be president. You know, Trump came in out of nowhere and he became president. So this guy, maybe not this one, but he can become president. So it was very mixed reactions, but it did blow up on the news and stuff like that. So people all knew about this, right? Now, my thoughts about it, like I said, I don't really care about all this stuff. You know, obviously it's huge. Obviously, politics is that, but I just don't like to get too deep into politics. It's not my thing. It's just not my thing. So, anyways, so Kanye was doing this, and then he was talking about this. He was like kind of manifest it, and it was probably for about 2 weeks that, you know, it's been going on. People are talking about him here and there, you know, all that good stuff, right? And what happened I think it was about a week ago or a couple days ago, he had a rally, right? And he came into the rally with a bulletproof vest, and he made some claims, you know, saying that Harriet Tubman didn't actually help the slaves, and Harriet Tubman actually helped the slaves work for the white man and stuff like that. And then he also talked about like his daughter, almost aborting his daughter, and all these different things. And yeah, so, you know, when I saw that, I was like, okay, well, maybe from there I kind of knew, okay, there's something up. It's not like, it's very weird, it's very odd. And the reason why I knew about all of this is because it was just on Twitter all the time. I'm on Twitter Twitter's probably like my main platform that I just really browse on, and it was on Twitter. Like, it was just on Twitter. Like, it would just not go away. So, you know, so it was just on Twitter, and then all of a sudden he started talking on Twitter, like he started tweeting, and he started saying, like, he started going off and just started saying a bunch of things, talking about his wife, you know, his kids, saying that they tried to send him to a hospital and this and that. And yeah, from there, even I had a feeling that, okay, there's something wrong. And from there, that's when I started like looking into this, because I was like, this is so like, it's out there. Like, it's so out there. Like, everybody knows about this stuff. Like, why is this like really popping in my feeds, even though I don't follow anyone that really associates with it? It was more on the Explorer, right? So, he was going off, this and that, and then he would stop, and then, he's go off and this and that. It'd be very on and off. And I'm going to post some tweets so you guys can see it. And yesterday, actually last night, I was on Twitter as usual. And basically what happened was he was trending again, and then his wife was trending, and then something about he was accusing his wife of doing, things with like Meek Mill and stuff like that, and then he just name dropped a whole bunch of people, and then those tweets later got deleted, right? And then this morning, what happened was his wife posted something about him being bipolar, and yeah, and that was on Instagram. I didn't read through it, but I'm gonna have it on there so you guys can read through it if you guys want. Now, okay, so all this stuff has happened since July 4th, and yeah, so obviously there was another tweet where Dave Chappelle went to go check on him. That's great. You need friends like that. Friends like that are very, very important. Anyway, so all this stuff has happened. Everyone's it kind of went from, oh yeah, this guy can become president, to this guy is crazy. Now, why am I making this video? You guys already know. I already told you guys, like, this is just a celebrity. Like, who cares, right? It's a celebrity. But let's think deep into this. Something that's very, very common nowadays is mental health is something that it's very out in the open. Like, we all talk about it, and it's something that, like, it's very, very important, right? But at the same time too, I kind of feel like sometimes we don't address it enough. And in terms of this situation with Kanye, this is 100%, like, in my opinion, mental health. Like, this is something that has happened. We know what has happened in his past. We know that, he probably is bipolar, and that is a reality. And yeah, and as someone who does suffer from depression, I'm not bipolar, but I do have my bouts, and I do have like my my times of sadness at random moments and stuff like that. I kind of understand what he's going through, but at the same time too, it's like it's very tough to kind of say that, oh, like, this person's bipolar and just put a stamp on it, right? Which is why I kind of wanted to address this. So going through something like that, it's very, very important to have the right people around you. That's why I said having Dave Chappelle go there and just see how he's doing, that was amazing. Having those types of friends, I know for me, when I'm going through my bouts, I know the right people to talk to. Having the right people, because not everyone's going to understand. There's people that are very, very close to me, but I can't go to them about this because they won't understand, right? But then there's always people who will kind of understand what you're going through, and they can kind of like, they can kind of give you some advice. And because you respect them about that certain topic, you will actually be able to learn more about it. Now, in his situation, and this is something that's so unfortunate in Hollywood, and that's why sometimes I feel so sorry for these people, is a lot of them, their lives are so out in the open that there's no privacy in their lives. And you can see that, he's talking about aborting his child. And then you see like his wife, like Kim Kardashian, just talking about like him being bipolar and all these issues. He's talking about how he wanted to divorce his wife. This is stuff that like should be kept to yourself. Like, this is stuff that you shouldn't put like it's stuff that you shouldn't reveal. Obviously, yes, they did sign up for this life, and it was kind of like it was meant, like, they knew what was at stake here. But at the same time too, we see so many celebrities in Hollywood, and now even Bollywood, that are committing suicide, that are depressed, that they're more depressed than the regular individual. We look at that, we see them smile, this and that, we see them, we think that they're so happy, but in reality they're like the saddest people in the world, right? And that's the part of like finding meaning in your life, you know what I mean? So in terms of this Kanye situation, having all this stuff out there, it's kind of like, why is all this stuff being revealed? That was my thoughts on all this stuff. There was another situation, if you guys know, there was a Will Smith situation with his wife and the entanglement, whatever. And even that, I didn't even like, all this stuff that goes on. It's like, you just know about it. It's like, you just know. And it's not even because you're looking for it. They just pop up, especially if you're on Twitter or if you're on like Reddit or you're on these different platforms like that kind of go through news and stuff like that. They just come up. And these types of things, I personally believe, should be kept to yourself. Like, these are personal things that you should keep to yourself. For me personally, if I do grow an audience, I do want to keep a part of my life private, because having your life out there and people knowing about you, it's good to, if you want to inspire people, like say you want to, there's a lot of channels on YouTube that have, like there's a lot of like husband and wife relationships. They talk about how we met, that advice for people going through marriages. That's different, because they're not necessarily showing you their life. They're just giving you tips, and they're saying, this is what we do. Yes, we fight, this and that, but this is how it goes. So they're giving you tips. It's like me right now showing you guys, like telling you guys what I'm going through. I'm just explaining, hey, I'm struggling with this business, but hey, you know what? I'm positive this is going to go well. So that's different thing. But when you get too personal and you start saying like you start talking about your problems with your wife, or you're like, hey, we have this problem, we wanted to make this video and we want to address it on video. That's a little too much, right? Everything in moderation. I find that a lot of times, and it's not always the celebrities' fault. A lot of times they're being followed, and that explains why a lot of times these individuals are usually the targets of things like this. In terms of Kanye, what do I think for this, what this guy should do, right? Obviously, he should seek some help. That's the main thing. Like, that's the number one thing he should do. He should get off of social media. That's what I would say. When I'm going through my bouts of depression, or when I'm going through something, I go through social media detoxes, because I know that if the more I'm on social media, the more toxic it'll be for me. So that's why I go on social media detoxes. It could be 1 month, it could be 2 months. It's just until I feel like I'm comfortable. I went through a detox back in June, and I came back in before July, because I just felt like more comfortable. I said, you know what, that's fine. I'm feeling better. It was about after like 3.5 weeks, I just came back on social media. So I think personally, I don't know Kanye. Kanye doesn't know me. He's probably not going to watch this video. But I think he should just get off social media and just get off it. Focus on you, focus on your life, focus on your family. And then eventually, if you want to come back when you're more comfortable. Sometimes we tend to show this side of us on social media, but that's not really us, and that's the reality. Sometimes we try to flex on social media, and then as soon as we finish, we're like sad, or we're like depressed, or we're this and that. Like, it's like me making this video right now, and then as soon as I finish, I'm just down like that. No, it's like, if you don't feel like doing something, you shouldn't force yourself to do it, right? So that's my thoughts on this Kanye situation. Obviously, I don't know Kanye well enough to give you guys like the full context of his whole backstory, but I've seen it enough times to be able to explain that this is definitely a mental health thing, and this is something that I feel like he should just get off social media and just focus on his family and just seek help. Go to maybe for therapy. Obviously, he's probably done this already, but just seek the help that you need. And when it comes to mental health, you don't want to leave it. Like, you don't want to leave it and just say, oh, you know what, it's a phase, right? You want to make sure that you want to make sure that you figure something out. Like, you figure out a system. For me, and like my depression, I figure out systems that work for me, right? So that's why I've been able to really navigate through this. And it's been hard. Of course it's been hard. But throughout the years, I've just been able to figure out, okay, the right people to talk to. Okay, what do you want to do? Maybe I want to get off social media. Okay, maybe I don't want to, maybe I just want some alone time. Maybe I'll go for like a run or exercise. So I have my ways of navigating. But in terms of a lot of people, especially if you're bipolar, it's very, very tough to find a way, because, especially if you're in the limelight, everyone's watching every day. 3 weeks ago, you said you're going to become a president, and then all of a sudden you go off on a rant, on a tangent, and just, it's very, very tough. So that's why I totally understand. Obviously, a lot of you guys may say he's crazy, this and that. Everyone has an opinion. My thoughts, again, are it's mental health related, and he should really seek the help and just get off social media. That's the number one thing. Get off social media and focus on your personal life. Don't try to expose anybody. Don't try to do this. Don't try to do that. You know, just focus on yourself and just focus on your family. That's what matters at the end of the day. You know, everyone around, like, I don't even know the guy, and I'm making a video on him now because that's the type of lifestyle that these individuals have made for themselves, and they've kind of made it so that people will actually know about this. Like, exposing this person to millions of people who don't even know you, they don't know your story, they don't know this, they only know your successes, is not the best thing to do. I do believe in transparency, but I do believe transparency to a certain point. I do believe talking about your struggles. Like, I can say, hey, I'm running a business right now. It's not going too well, or I'm kind of struggling with it. But hey, you know what? I'm going to grow. I'm going to do better. I can say I'm in the starting stages of this. If you're going to release something, hey, I'm releasing this product. You know how he releases Yeezys. I'm releasing my Yeezys. Yeezys are coming out, this and that. If it's delayed, that's different type of transparency, right? But when you talk about your life, you know, if I start saying, hey, like, I'm going through a problem with this dude, or I'm this and that, this is not working, this is like, it's a little bit too much, you know what I mean? So that's kind of the video for today. This is a little bit different of a video. I just wanted to make this video because I feel like it's very, very important for all of us, especially if you have mental health issues, or you're struggling with your mental health. If you are struggling with mental health, it's not easy, and I 100% understand. My recommendation would be to seek help and talk to the right people, exercise, and if you need to get off social media, get off it. Like, there's no point of staying on social media if you're not in the right mind. And to those who may have people around them that are in this stage, I would say it's very tough as well, but just be patient and try to find the right people. Like, try to talk to this person. Like, if you know that they're really close to this person, the one who understands, say, hey, this person's going through some issues. Can you talk to them? Can you, like, see what's going on? Because maybe it's possible that you don't even understand what they're going through. You just see it from your side, right? But this person might actually be able to understand what they're currently going through. So that's why when I saw Dave Chappelle, I was like, that's awesome. Like, it's cool to see that he's checking up on him and seeing that he's doing good. And there was no negativity towards Dave Chappelle. Kanye tweeted he was very grateful. So that is my video for today, and I can go off on this. I can talk about this for a very, very long time, but I don't want to talk too much. And yeah, this is something that anyways, thanks for watching the video, and let me know your thoughts. And yeah, we will talk to you guys soon. Don't forget, stay authentic, and yeah, be you. Peace.